Welcome to Upbeat. I'm Cameron Hussein, and these are my co-hosts, Taylor Hansen and Maddie Reber.
Thanks for joining us today.
So the coronavirus outbreak is having a huge impact on a lot of things, even things that aren't even health related, such as, the economic markets.
Yeah, and a lot of this is fueling fears because the first case was found in Mexico this week, which South America and Central America has been a part of the U.S. It hasn't really been touched, and so it's just really turning into a global pandemic.
Yeah, and both of you mentioned the economic market. Maddie, you mentioned the fears, and that's kind of translated into the stock market in a historical week for the stock market. It's been the worst since the economic crisis in 2008, and we've seen just stocks plummeting, which has been crazy to see. The Dow Jones dropped over 1,000 points just the other day. And
so much. And for people like you, that affects you a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
really
It's
scary.
crazy.
Other areas, the Olympics are getting hit. I mean, there's all these rumors that they're going to be pushed back, and for athletes that are competing and getting ready right now, that's really,
Who have dreamed about this their entire lives.
I mean, they don't even know where they're going to be competing. I mean, I think those are the speculations.
Yeah, and even beyond that, some people, BYU just canceled all their study abroads.
Mm-hmm.
So people who are, counting on things for graduation and they're not able to make that work. I know the pilgrimage to Mecca is being put on hold. They're being discouraged from making that pilgrimage. So a lot of people are being affected. It's having a huge impact.
Not just
Not even
for
just
people,
health things, if you're sick or not, but everyone. It's impacting everyone.
Yeah, and so did you guys see that report that came out about when you're 13, you discover your favorite band or favorite artist? Did you guys see that?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I relate to it.
No, I totally agree. There's so many things that influence your musical preferences, whether it's, the radio or your friends, your family. And so I totally agree. I think mine was definitely set by age 13, Cam, who is your favorite artist?
My favorite when I was 13, I'd have to go with T-Pain. He was just everywhere. He was featured in
Matthew
songs, he was
Boy.
dropping albums, yeah. And it was like a big time because the iPhone was coming out, and so I don't know if you guys remember that I Am T-Pain app.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So that was really big
The
too.
auto-tune.
Exactly. He was like the pioneer for auto-tuning. And it's funny, like a few months ago, I was at a football game and he performed at the halftime show, and so it's
Still
so nice.
relevant.
Yeah, and I was loving it, and he's still good. 10
All
years
right,
later.
I love T-Pain, and the reason I love T-Pain is because he's featured in a lot of Akon songs.
Oh, so
Mine's
Akon was
Akon.
yours?
Yeah, Bartender. It's a banger.
It's a good song. I know, and I remember sitting and watching MTV Music Awards in the morning, and the first song I ever heard, Smack That, which
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sure my parents
so
think
appropriate for a
so
13-year-old.
appropriate. But I remember sitting there and thinking, oh, I love this, and I still love it. Like, I still listen to Akon. He's still part of my life.
Yeah, definitely. I think mine has to be Jay Beebs. I am a believer through and through. One Less Lonely Girl was my jam. I thought that was going to be me. I was obsessed with him. Still am obsessed with him. I remember I went to his concert when I was 13. You can see right here, he's getting hit in the head with a water bottle. So clearly, people had mixed feelings about him. I loved him, and I still love him. I'll see him June 9th in Salt Lake City.
You're going. Okay, well, I don't think Justin Bieber's, I think all celebrities have a fan base that doesn't really like them. I think Pete Davidson's one of those that has recently been in the news that have really just kind of taken off. So this past week, he had an interview with Charlamagne the God, and in it, he kind of talked about how he thinks people perceive him because of SNL.
I don't think I'm very well perceived. I don't think.
So
That's
yeah,
so sad.
I know. In this interview, he talked about how he's not the person that SNL kind of throws him out to be like, and so SNL kind of took this onto themselves and made a promo this week with John Mulaney, who's hosting, and it starts off with showing Pete in this really serene dressing room, and he's talking to a shotgun, and he's taking like steps to being a better person, and he goes through all of this, and John can't believe it, and at the end he puts on his orange jacket, his classic orange jacket, and he's walking out, and he says, Pete, why are you changing out of your clothes? And he says, well, this is how the world perceives me, and this is who I have to be. So even if it is like, Pete was just making a statement like, look, I am trying so hard to be someone that everyone doesn't think that I already am,
Well, that's awesome that he's taking these steps to do that.
Yeah.
Because I know it's a lot of really hard for a lot of people who are on these shows, and people think they're this character.
Yeah.
But he's so much more than that.
Yeah, it's just the way media personifies some people is just really tough, and so
So good
hopefully
for
he can
him.
turn it around. Yeah.